Hey guys, it's Ruby here at Step Gallery for Intensely Subtle. It's an MFA thesis exhibition in printmaking with Carl Johnson. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your process with these pieces.
Sure, absolutely. So basically it's an intaglio process. It is, so it's a printmaking process, basically taking a large copper plate and covering it with the ground and like a thin layer of resist and scratching into it with a needle, and anywhere where you expose it, it'll be exposed to the acid, and that acid eats away a line into the plate. Basically you fill that line with ink and run it through a press, and that's how you get these like really intensely sharp lines, things like that. Yeah,
they're kind of like they look like line drawings at first. I do printmaking, so I knew kind of like what they were, but they're definitely cool, so you should definitely come check them out. So you could tell me a little bit about the show in general, like what's your idea of like what the concept is?
Yeah, definitely. So what I was trying to think was, or I guess what I was thinking was create a modern post-recession narrative based on precedents set by art historical images, a lot of religious imagery. There's this long tradition of religious imagery in print history, basically, and I'm kind of referencing that, but still telling a modern narrative through it. So there's a lot of subtle details that kind of hint towards the characters and who these archetypes that these characters are based on, but through Old Testament characters and New Testament characters, and kind of the mixture of the two.
Oh, cool. Well, it's very beautiful work. Congratulations, and thank you so much.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's Ruby here at Gahary Wood Gallery with Amy Masters for Rethinking History. It's her MFA thesis exhibition in fibers, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, so first of all, could you tell us, I know fibers is one of the lesser known areas we have. Could you maybe do a little bit, talk just a little bit about fibers?
Yeah. The classes that they offer here at the university, we have weaving, which is predominantly what my work is, tapestry weaving. They teach that in probably a second level class, and then there's a lot of hand dyeing, which is also available here, and then basketry, which is just wrapping. It's a type of, it's called coiling. It's a basketry technique, and you just take and wrap a coil all the way around. So it's similar to like a ceramic style of building up a coil, but it's with fibers. So.
All right, so could you tell me a little bit about the show, maybe like your idea behind it and your process when you're developing these pieces?
So basically the whole work kind of centers around this central rug, and it's kind of this idea of, as an adult, we really don't get to have an ability to get lost in an object, similar like we did as a child. And so I built this rug that's based on this rug that I had when I was a kid, and kind of what I wished it had been. It's a mixture of several rugs that I had when I was a child that I really responded to. One was from my house and one is from my mom's, but this grid pattern is really central to this piece that I had when I was back home, and it's a grid, and all my structures of play were kind of central around it. I would play with all my dolls. Everything was in this grid pattern. So it started with this, and then all these other diamonds started to come around from here, and they're just splices of different memories, but all kind of in that same vein of the rug. So it's just my way of tracing a memory, but through these rugs. If that makes any sense?
Yeah, no, it totally does. That's really interesting, and it's really cool that people can interact with your work in the gallery. So this is your thesis show, and so you're graduating. What are your plans post master's program?
I have a residency set up in Wassaic, New York. It's called the Wassaic Art Project, and that is from February 1st to the end of April 31st. And then after that, the sky is the limit. I think I'd like to teach. I really enjoy teaching fibers because that's something I know a lot about. But I've taught all of the design classes, so yeah, I mean, I don't know, just sharing knowledge. I really enjoy it, so probably that.
All right, well, thank you very much and congratulations.